As of today, those of you in Bullitt County now have a hospital closer to you. U of L Health South opens today.
Back in October, the hospital fast-tracked the opening of its emergency room, and today the rest of the space finally opens to the community. Jim Stratman is live there this morning in Shepherdsville before that new location opens. Jim, this actually is really interesting. Before this new location, this was the largest county in Kentucky that did not have its own inpatient hospital.
And that just highlights the need, Grace, that ends today, actually, with the new 100,000 square foot expansion that is coming to U of L South Hospital down here in Bullitt County. This is a big expansion. It's something that they've worked towards for quite a bit of time now, and they're very excited about down here in the Shepherdsville area. We know that there are going to be 30 inpatient rooms, 20 future patient rooms, 10 beds in an ICU as well, all added to the hospital. And you can see from these pictures on your screen right now some of the renderings of what the new space looks like. We mentioned this is a big need for this area, an inpatient hospital just like this. In fact, according to U of L Health, back in 2020, there were 25,000 patients that came to U of L South emergency room here in Bullitt County. But because the facility did not have any inpatient beds, more than 2,000 of those patients had to be transferred to surrounding counties. Now, they're hoping this new hospital will help prevent this in the future. U of L South Hospital will also expand the emergency room, increase surgical and outpatient capabilities, and also add more primary and specialized care options. Now, a little bit later on this morning, Bullitt County residents are going to be invited out to the hospital to enjoy a community breakfast where they'll also get a chance to tour the new hospital. That's going to run from 8 to 9:45. Then right around 10 o'clock, we expect the governor will be out here for the official ribbon cutting ceremony and the grand opening of the hospital. Now, we are going to be speaking more with U of L Health officials a little bit later on this morning here on GMK. That's coming up here in the next half hour. Grace, Eric?
All right, Jim, thank you so much. Metro Council members will hear final arguments today as they decide whether or not to remove Anthony Piagentini for ethics violations. Piagentini's attorneys rested their case last Tuesday. The councilman is accused of using his public office to leverage a new job at the Louisville Healthcare CEO Council. One of the final witnesses was Rick Remmers, a senior advisor for the CEOC. In his testimony, Remmers revealed Piagentini no longer works for the company.
And is Mr. Piagentini still working for the CEOC?
No, it was a one-year contract.
Piagentini co-sponsored an ordinance to secure the CEOC $40 million in grant funding, only to later recuse himself from the final vote, then take a job with the same company. He was later found guilty of ethics violations. 18 yes votes from Metro Council members are needed for Piagentini's removal. Will be at Council Court when it resumes today at 3 o'clock.
The former bishop of a historic church will face a judge today. Jonathan Mullins is charged with arson. Investigators believe he set his own church on fire almost 3 years ago. That fire happened in March of 2021. The Greater New Hope Community Church on East Jacob Street was destroyed. Prosecutors say evidence uncovered in the investigation led to those charges. If convicted, Mullins could face 20 to 50 years or life in prison. He's set to be arraigned today at 10.
Right now, police are trying to figure out who is responsible for a shootout in the heart of downtown Louisville. LMPD says just before 7:15 Sunday night, officers responded to reports of people firing guns on 2nd Street near the Omni Hotel. Police say the scene showed multiple people exchange gunfire in the middle of the block, then flee in all directions in various vehicles. As of right now, there are no victims, but LMPD said at least 3 cars were hit by gunfire. If you know anything about the incident, you're asked to call the LMPD tip line at 574-LMPD. The Archdiocese of Louisville is being sued by 11 former St. Stephen Martyr Catholic school students. The new suit, filed earlier this month, alleges that the school ignored misconduct by former teacher Jordan Fouts for years. He was arrested in February, charged with distribution and possession of child pornography. Investigators say while he was employed at the school, he manipulated student photos into explicit images and shared those images with undercover officers. According to the lawsuit, Fouts was known to have violent outbursts towards students, including throwing chairs and objects at them. It also alleges Fouts had an inappropriate relationship with an 8th grader, but the school placed restrictions on the student instead of looking into Fouts. The students are accusing the school of negligence and failing in its duty to report.